We are very, very pleased to add to our conversation U.S. Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn. He received the Congressional Gold Medal this morning for his work in defending the Capitol on January 6th. It's so nice to get to talk to you. I feel like we have hours of conversations to have ahead of us about everything that you've added to our understanding of that day, of what you and your colleagues went through, and of what you did that day, protecting not just the Capitol, but our democracy. The other side of that is so little accountability for the people that you pointed our attention to at the very first public hearing by the Select Committee, the people behind it. So I wonder what the mix of emotions is for you today.
Hey, Nicole, it's good to be back with you again. And yeah, we could talk for hours, you're right. But I wasn't focused on a mix of emotions today. This day was, when you think about the Congressional Gold Medal, like last night and into this morning, I looked at some of the recipients of it. It was 170 plus recipients of the gold medal, and just looking at some of the names on that list, and to be added to that list as an organization with the U.S. Capitol Police and the Metropolitan Police Department, what an honor. I talked to Speaker Pelosi afterwards, and I told her about the names on that list, and she said, no, they're on that list with you. So that kind of made me look at it a little differently. I'm not giving anybody else the ability to steal my thunder, so to speak, this day. What an incredible honor that we had bestowed upon us today by Congress, and I'm just so thankful and humbled about it.
I want to ask. I agree with her, by the way, that they're lucky to be on that list with you. I wonder how you feel about the fact that majority of Americans, in part because of not just what you did on January 6th, but what you've done every day since then, talking to us, talking to the country about what that was like and what it feels like to see not everybody enthusiastic about getting to the bottom of it. I think that's as positive of a spin as I can put on it. I wonder how you feel about seeing the country in the midterms say, yeah, democracy matters a whole hell of a lot to me. Do you understand that you deserve some of the credit for that?
I'll take it. I'm appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of it. But really though, transparency breeds accountability. And I think the more you talk about things and be transparent about, everything that's going on, and I've been transparent about my emotions and, the facts of the day, from testifying in court to the January 6th committee, and, just being transparent and telling your story. I think that it can't help but breed accountability to just continue to be open and honest about everything that's going on. And the more people, I said on your last program before, there isn't this magic saying or anything. Everybody just needs to say it more. So I think the more that people talk about what's going on, and the more people say it, and the more people start to accept it, it becomes the norm. And that's what we need to continue to do, is to talk about it and not just treat it as taboo.
Brian Sicknick's brother did not shake Mitch McConnell's extended hand. There's still a lot of pain around the Republicans, not just unwillingness to have transparency or accountability, but Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy killed the bipartisan commission to investigate the January 6th attack. And that's why Speaker Pelosi appointed this select committee with two Republicans who were on it, but they're out of their jobs. They lost their seats for participating in this work. What is the sort of bluntest way to talk about the work that remains to be done in the party that doesn't want to be part of understanding specifically Donald Trump's role in inciting the violence on January 6th?
I don't know if more people don't really want to understand it or even talk about it. I think everybody wants to understand what happens, but when you are confronted with something that doesn't make you look good, or something that you've thrown your weight behind fails, so to speak, you're not going to say, yeah, that was me, that was my failure. So I get people's reluctance to talk about a failure, so to speak. But with the Sicknick family, they made their decision, and a lot of people react a lot of different ways. There was a lot of different emotions that were in that room today. And it was almost surreal. I think it was the best way I could describe it, is surreal.
Yeah.
When Chief Conte spoke about that was the first time that some of those officers had been back to the Capitol, and he referenced the batons beating on the shields and the metal pipes, and he was like, you could smell the tear, and it literally was so palpable, like I could taste it, like you could feel that tear gas right there. But it was just such a hallowing moment that just being in that rotunda alone, just it was just I didn't want to get into the. I'm not letting anybody steal this from me. Like this joy that I feel, like this was such an amazing historical day, and everything else is working itself out. Everybody has a job to do, when it comes to this. I'm just doing my part. I don't have a specific carved out role. I'm just telling my story and saying what's on my mind. However, there are people in Congress, the people in the Justice Department, elected officials that have a specific role, and that's their job, and I'll leave that up to them, while putting pressure on them as a concerned American patriot.
I'm going to make, there's something here with what you're saying about not letting anyone steal your joy. And to say you deserve it is the understatement of the century. So I am going to ask you, though, to come back. I'd love to have a conversation. You've been a voice for this day, for what you and your colleagues went through, and for how you're doing today. And I'd love to have that conversation with you another time. But today, from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you and congratulations. And to Speaker Pelosi's point, everybody else is now lucky to be on that list of recipients of this medal with you. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk sometime.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll call you before I get off this desk. So
I know.
Thank you. Officer Harry Dunn, thank you so much. Thank you.